Hi, everybody. Still getting things set up. I'm just having trouble with my streaming software. I think I have it sorted out now, so we're going to do a stream today, see if we can get it to work. I'm hoping we do, because otherwise I'm going to have to reinstall everything. It's the only other thing I think to try. Um, they're waiting for algae. Very low on oxygen. I think I'm going to put in some deodorizers up here. Everything bottlenecks right through here, so if I put two like that, that should help us get some polluted oxygen being converted. Let's see here. That'll still be okay. Food is our primary issue at the moment, but oxygen is a real problem because I'm running low on algae for these to run. And I don't really feel like getting more algae at the moment because I'm about to have my oxygen in it. My hydrogen-based oxygen system set up momentarily. But go grab some of this quick just to keep us in oxygen while we wait. Because the real problem is that because we're not producing enough oxygen, pressure down here is getting low, and so these plants won't grow. So we have those running. That means it'll push some of this air down. Also opening up a tunnel down to the bottom to get some of the carbon dioxide to fall farther while we wait for the oxygen to fill up. Basically, we're choking our base out. We need to fix that. Cook that meat so we don't have people starving, please. I had set up the oxygen system over here to be built. We just have to get all the construction done. Once we do that, we'll have plenty of oxygen being pumped in. I need to get more power going too. But that's the goal here, partially. This will produce us an excess of hydrogen that will give us a little bit of extra power boost. Let's see what we get in here. Ooh, this will be nice. So that's actually 8,000. This Volpup will give us more meat than that, I think. We're going to kill it immediately. Poor little guy. So yeah, we got 16,000 calories from that one roll. We would have gotten 8,000 from the Paku, and the Paku would have only been cooked into cooked seafood, which would have given us an extra 600 per, so it would have been 12,800. This 16,000 will turn into 20,000 barbecue. Eventually, we will get into bull ranching for sure, because the calorie count from it is insane. But if we can get that cooked, we will have at least enough food to get us through. Oh, we have somebody. I'm going to reload, go back a couple cycles just to get us set up. Tell you what, let's go back to cycle 103, which is where I ended the last YouTube video. Okay, so this was where I ended at the end of the last YouTube video. So we're going to start from here, and we'll build this oxygen maker together. I want to get this. Hold on a moment, I have a phone call. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had a emergency call from my parents that needed to handle. They don't normally call me unless it's really important. Everything's all good though. Okay, so back to what we were doing. I was planning to plan out some stuff, but I wanted to go back to this point anyway because I wanted to play everything live instead of playing ahead. So, right, we are at the point right here where we just finished the carnivore achievement. Pull that up. We just hit turn of the century. Carnivore and locavore done. We're working on super sustainability, which means we need to burn through another 213,000 kilojoules of electricity before we could start using the natural gas generators, which we have plenty of access to coming up. But so I'm going to work on building a... Hi, Toby! I'm going to look on building an oxygen system over here so that we can, A, provide a lot of oxygen to our base, and B, generate some power. I'm going to play on slow speed so I can get everything sorted out. Hopefully my stream is coming through alright today. Yesterday it kept crashing on me. It was very frustrating. Let's get rid of all this liquid down here so that where you can have better gas flow. Here's our problem here. We need to prioritize these. So these oxygen generators run off algae. And we are almost out of algae. Wait, what does that say? Oh, it says we have 15 tons. Why are we not able to grab it? Maybe people just aren't delivering it. Either way, I'm going to pull some more in. Yeah, that's yeah. Mine was I started doing it and then it crashed, and so I restarted the software and changed a few settings. Now it seems to be better. I may have to look at my software options in the future, figure out what my issues are. It's they're running with their power issues. What are the priorities on these? I want these to be run when, for sure, when I have them run up, because they will shut off when from the automation. So why do I got nobody running on power of a treadmill? It's like, what's more important than that? Oh, I made all these high priority, which is half the problem. I think focusing on getting this area over here done is a good idea. This area is pretty much finished. Eventually I want to take all this polluted oxygen and clean it up. But for now, they can breathe oxygen or polluted oxygen fine. I think I'm going to throw in a few deodorizers though, so that it cleans up the air here in the base. Where can I get power from? That one's overloaded. This one still has some space on it. Need to put blocks into these, otherwise they're not going to work. So with these 5 deodorizers here, as the polluted oxygen works its way into the base, they'll hit these and get turned into regular oxygen. So basically all this polluted water will give us some free oxygen while it's off-gassing, which will help us until we get this setup done. Getting all this food delivered up to get cooked. The issue I'm having is that these are going to start running low on pressure. So I need to start pressurizing the base. These are pumping out as fast as they can now. So the issue we're having is that there's not enough oxygen being produced. So all this gas from the bottom is starting to push its way up. The carbon dioxide and the polluted oxygen, the chlorine. And so it's choking our plants out. So I'm combating that by pumping out more oxygen than I need to push the oxygen back down, to push the carbon dioxide down here to the scrubbers. I want to get rid of this bathroom because the other one is up and running. This is all self-contained, so as long as this filter has sand, this will run forever, and it'll actually provide me excess water to dump off into my tank, which is good because I'm about to start turning all this water here into oxygen. And then we'll start converting this into regular water and also turn it into oxygen. What achievement has been earned? Oh, that's because we got rid of that outhouse. So today I want to finish getting super sustainable done. I also want to get slick, go to an oil biome. And then this one we'll get two because we're going to start sending our oxygen out through our ventilation system. Probably get a few more in the process. So I'm going to crank up the priority on this just a little bit. Still want them doing tasks at the base that are more important first, but okay, you go, Toby. You're doing all the work. Problem is I don't have any good airflow down into here. What I should do is replace these with some airflow tiles for now. That way the oxygen can push its way down into here. Oh, Night came to help you. I think I'm gonna do something. Seems kind of silly, but I'm gonna run some power over here and pump out oxygen into this area. That way, don't want to connect it to that grid. It seems kind of silly to run power or oxygen over to an area where I'm going to be producing oxygen shortly, but I think in the short term, that's going to help us quite a bit because hey demon, because the duplicates over here are struggling to work without the oxygen they need. So let's get that done. Yeah, because see, everybody's got to like climb up ladders to get higher to get to oxygen. So if I get this all built, we can have oxygen get pumped out here. I think that'll be smart. Yeah, we're definitely having issues with pressure already. You can see plants that are stopping growing. We need to get this working well so that we have our food source sorted. Because we're waiting for our hatchling population to come back up. We need something for our duplicates to eat. Let's take the suit. Okay, so now we just got to finish this last little bit of power line. Set this to a high priority so that they get algae down here a while. Oh, look at the cute little hatchling. He's about to get turned into barbecue. Isn't it cute? I actually want to back this priority on all these plants back down to 6. Okay, so we got power coming down here. Waiting for delivery of algae. Let's make it a higher priority because I need this done. Alright, Calico's bringing us algae. Sweet. We got it. So now we can see some oxygen is getting pumped out. That'll pressurize this area with oxygen. People will be able to breathe. They'll be able to work a lot faster. You can already see them trucking away at it. This is doing the work. I need to set up a vacuum pump to clear out this chlorine eventually, but I think I am going to do what I was doing before and just do a little drop off. There was a geyser we hit down here, so I want to avoid it. So let's come down right here. Yep, Calico saving the day. I think I'm going to open this up a little wider. We're pretty much at the point where things are running okay. I just don't have a lot of infrastructure built up because I was pushing so hard to get the carnivore achievement done. So now I gotta get some infrastructure running. You know, I think instead of doing this, I'm going to clear up this area of sand and sulfur and just turn this into a little bucket to hold all our carbon dioxide while we get it sorted. This should be good. I think I'm going to replace some more airflow tiles so this air can move downwards too. Oop, I don't want to do the top one though because that'll release that hydrogen and I don't want to deal with that yet. Hydrate. Can do. Everybody doing the work. I'm going to get this whole area cleared out because all this stuff we're digging out is ice, and it can really gum up the works once I start building. So we'll get it all cleared out, get it stored somewhere. I did hydrate beach. But basically what would happen is if I started building and this ice landed on top of my building, yeah, I know how it works. The ice would melt as this room starts to heat up and would get inside all of the stuff I'm building and cause all kinds of problems. So we're just clearing out all the ice and having it drop down to the bottom. And then we're going to build above it. Food's staying okay for the moment. All these crops, if they can grow, right now they're being halted. It takes about 3 days for each of them to grow. You get 40,000 calories from each harvest, which, since I eat about 14,000 calories a day, it's just enough to keep us sustained with no meat. We are getting a little bit of meat extra at the moment, but not a lot. Once we get all these stables filled back up and we can switch these all over to stone hatches, we won't have any food issues at all. And long term, I plan on going up and getting vole pups from the top of the asteroid and farming them, because voles give 20,000 calories for each one, which you just can't beat that. So to sustain this colony, I would just need to kill one vole pup a day. And then that would actually probably be about one for every day and a half. Sweet. Okay. We're going to make use of this thing, the anti-entropy thermo nullifier. What this does is when you pump hydrogen into it, it absorbs heat energy from the area around it. So since I'm going to have some excess hydrogen, we'll keep that powered, and that'll keep this area nice and cool, which means our oxygen will come out just a little bit cooler. We have a new blueprint. Let's check that out. We'll take the tablets. As much as I would like some extra people working in the colony, I don't want to deal with the food issues until I have more sustainable food. Probably will not pick up any more duplicates until we get to the point where we're expanding to another asteroid. Yeah, you can see this ice is already starting to melt a little bit down here. That's what we wanted to avoid having happen inside of our building. We got to figure out where we're going to store that stuff, though, because I want to get that ice out of here. I think we can just put it right into our polluted water tank. Because I don't mind if this is like a mixed tank of waters. So we'll dump crushed ice, polluted ice, and snow in there. So as it melts, it'll be fine. So once we're done digging all this out, we will set up a sweep command to get it over there. It's looking really nice now. That's good. I think that I'm actually going to break down this border separating these two biomes. Just to give us the extra space to work. Sometimes it's nice to keep those because it keeps the temperature regulated between them. But I have the ability to build insulated walls, so I can keep the temperature where I want it. Let's prioritize this top layer next. Cancel this one and put a mesh tile there. You can see the oxygen in here starting to get much better too. It's pushing all of this carbon dioxide down to the bottom. And then as it gets down here, this device takes in carbon dioxide and water and pumps out polluted water. And then I have a little cycle that just cycles through it. So it just eats up the carbon dioxide. We get this chlorine out of here, it'll be a perfect system. It'll keep getting rid of all the carbon dioxide. But in the short term, just keeping the base pressurized helps. Because carbon dioxide's heavier, so as we have more oxygen in, carbon dioxide all gets pushed down to the bottom. So this is almost finished. They tore that up real quick. I'm not going to worry about redoing this wire because this is temporary. Once I have the oxygen pump over here, this will all be gone. I want to get this area set up too. I think I'm going to need to put a ladder up to the other side of this door just so I can open the door because I can't destroy the door until the door's gone, until the door's open, which I think is really dumb. Yeah, I don't understand what happens here. So I have it queued up. It's a yellow alert priority, which means it needs done immediately. And somebody, it's their current errand, and then they'll stop and go do something else. It's just these frickin' doors. I don't know why they do that. There we go. That one got it done. So now we can deconstruct it because it's been placed. Or it's been opened, I mean. So let me figure out exactly how we're going to place this. You're going to need 2 rows of generators up top. They get tiles between them. And then the row below that will be like that. That's where we're going to put our power stuff. Then below that we'll have 2 rows like that. And like that. Electrolyzers there. I'll have to get rid of the ladders. And then underneath that comes gas pumps. Okay, so now I can work my way up from here. Can't go over to the right because of that. What achievement did I earn? Ghost of Gravitas. It's because we opened this up. This is one of the Gravitas buildings. I think I'm going to actually shift all this stuff up a little higher. So I want to be able to have airlocks. So let's make the bottom of the build on this level. I'm going to leave 4 blocks at the bottom. So this is where we'll put the gas pumps. So let's figure that out again. So there's a layer of gas pumps. And there's another level that has a gas pump this height. Which means I need to do insulated tiles here and here. Yeah, that'll work. Because that means that the oxygen pump itself fits in here. But I'll have to clear out up here to make the power system. So let's do that. Two, three, four. Ah. Gonna put in some scaffolding to go up here and clear out this area. So let's give that a priority 6. 6. That's good. Give it back up. The reason I did all that shifting upwards is because I want to have airlocks that go into the building I'm making, and I can't build them here without destroying this nullifier, and I want to use it. So I can start building the bottom part while we do that, I guess. Yeah, let's move the airlock down. So that'll be one airlock. Put the next one right above it. So I don't want to place it in yet because I got to get the water in. Put in a new ladder. One, two, three. I have one too many pumps here. That means this needs to be over 2 more blocks. That's better. Let's make this priority 6 as well. Trying to keep the priorities low because there's some things up here in the base that need done, like running power. So people should only come down here to work if everything up here is taken care of. So I do want to up the priorities on these here so they start running. I don't know what people are doing over here. Let's cancel all these orders for now. I don't need that done. Well, we could take the shovel legs. Not ready to handle them yet, though, so we'll take them anyway. We'll just let them incubate right where they are, because those 3 shovel legs will end up being 60,000 calories of food down the road. Oh, I have priority 7 on this stuff. That's why it's all getting done so fast. Why are these crops not growing? Fertilization. Okay. Looks like there's some weird priorities in here. Fix that. Fix that. This can be lower priority. Hey, one of my stone hatchlings got free. You go to your home. How many do we have now? 7, 13. Regular hatchlings, we have 21. We're getting there. I don't think he got there. Somebody must have dropped him. Whatever. He's fixed now. Alright, so they're not doing these crops because they have other kings, so let's make them 7s again. That way the people who have farming ability will do that first. We have another geyser right here that we're eventually going to have to deal with. Don't know what kind it is. We can use our little priority trick to find out, though. When you set the geyser to high priority and look at the yellow alert, it tells you what it is. It's a steam vent. So that can be a water source for us if we need it. But not until I have plastics to make the steam turbines, because otherwise we'll just burn our base all out and everybody will die. Why are they not? Why are you not fertilizing my crops? I'm not out of dirt, am I? Oh no, no, it'd be under consumable. Dirt. 209 tons. You guys want to have food to eat, better make some food. Why is nobody doing this? I don't understand. This is all priority 6, so this shouldn't be getting worked on until this is done, so I have it at a higher priority. I don't understand this. They can reach it, they have dirt. They're not blocked from farming, are they? Let's increase the priority for several ranchers. They can do the farming. Actually, you know what? Let's do it that way. I'll have ones that are higher priority on farming. So AR, Primus, both have farming skills, right? Yeah, that might be my problem. I mean, they can. I'm pretty sure they can still do farming even without crop tending. But now they have crop tending. Let's see if that helps them. Yeah, because that's Ender. Ender doesn't have any skills in it. He doesn't even have farming, and he's doing it. Here, have some farming. Oh no, you don't have a skill point. Okay, good. All right, so they're doing the work now. I think I can lower that back down to 7 again. Because now that I have duplicates that are set to do that, they should be much better. What the priority there is? Is there something that needs done there? Oh, look at that. While we were doing that, we got up to 3 here, so that's 17. So 4 more stone hatchlings. And they'll start putting stone hatchlings up here, which I don't want. So let's switch this over to stone hatchlings. And we'll turn off hatches. We're going to put in, instead of sedimentary rock, we're going to set this to igneous rock. There we go. That's what I meant to do. This, instead of storing sedimentary rock, will store igneous rock as well. We're going to switch this over to stone hatch eggs. Alright, so now the only eggs that should be getting hatched are the stone hatch eggs. So they dropped a stone hatch on top of my deodorizer. He's trapped, so that needs to be high priority. Sometimes you gotta be careful to make sure people don't trap themselves like this. Waylander's trapped because their bridge is out here. Oh, look at that. Mama G came to save Waylander. Isn't that sweet? Alright, cool. So our whole area there is dug out. Our crops are now running pretty well. Getting a nice backlog of food. Too bad that was polluted oxygen. Or polluted water. It is cute, isn't it? Get all this cleaned up. And oh, got another printable to go. Nope, no more dupes. Take the oxygen. Oxalate will just off gas oxygen into the base, which is fine. Okay, so I want to do a sweep command down here. Get all this stuff moved into storage, which will take a little while. But we're not in any hurry anymore, now that we have food sorted and oxygen temporarily sorted. We can take our time. So this we want to set to output water. Actually, we don't need it to be that high priority. So this is going to get water from our water over here. And 200 kilograms at a time, they'll bring it over until we fill this pit up with water. And that'll become our vacuum seal. Because we're going to make sure there's no gas in this room other than oxygen. And we're going to turn this into a infinite oxygen storage room. But I need to remove this block here so that I can get some water on the floor in there. work out, I'm going to actually put in some gas valves down here. I think I need to have 3 lines from that coming over. I may actually need to expand a little bit over here to do it, which is fine. So that's 1 line coming down. Two lines coming down. And a third one. That'll all fit underneath that geyser, which is good. Put that there, just to make sure we don't have any heat transfer. What I'm doing here will make more sense once it's all built. Oops, there's a hatch that got free. All right, good. We're up to 5 there, which means soon we'll have those spilling into here. Once we get 3 into this room, I'll do the same to this room and switch it to stone hatchlings, and we'll get all them cooked off. This meal ice from the mealwood farm, we're slowly having turned into pickled meal, just because it will stay preserved longer. So it's kind of like a backup food source. So let's do ventilation. We're going to need let's move those down a little bit. What I'm going to set up here is 3 oxygen filters so that these gas lines can get run through the filters. If this is set up 100% properly, all we'll get is oxygen coming out of these gas lines. But every once in a while, a piece of hydrogen will get in, and I don't want to have that go into here because if you get hydrogen in your infinite storage of oxygen, it's a real fucking nightmare. So I'm going to work ahead of it and just put in these 3 filters that most of the time will not do anything, but when they do something, it'll save my life. So then I need to bring these lines down. Go like that, and then like that. Then this line will go like that. And this line will go like that. Bring this ladder down. Square it off. I don't tell you what. These need to be set at 1 gram a second. It's all right. I very often don't know what's happening. I'm working on creating an oxygen system. That's the short of it. I'm combining a whole bunch of very complex systems all into one space to make it so that I will have a system where all I have to do is pump in water, and I will get out electricity and oxygen. Okay, so this one goes up to here. How am I going to do this? This one goes to here. It's going to be very tight. Think about this. I need this pipe to go to that pipe. But I want to leave that one open. So like this. And then this one can come here. And that'll be my oxygen input. But that does not solve this problem. I mean, this can go right there. But then I can't get that gas out of there. Yeah, I need like one more space and I would have it. Oh, I know what I can do. We can put... Yeah, this will work. Put it that way. Connect that, and there we go. Now we got an output line. This line goes up here, goes into there. Perfection. Gotta make sure I don't forget to set this back to 1 gram. All right, so this super complicated system means that these gas pumps each put 1 kilogram a second through here. This one goes down here. It will only allow oxygen to come through this light white line. Anything else will get pumped out this way. Same with the next one. Same with the next one. And anything that gets sucked up here that's not oxygen will get pulled through and pumped out here. Anything that gets into or anything that's overflowed into it will go through this line. So these two lines can get combined. And I can get rid of this. And so what I'll have is all the oxygen will go into here, which means I'll have a space for oxygen to come out. The only problem is now I don't have enough space for these lines. So I think I'm going to have to rework the lines up here, which will be fine. Because I need to be able to have oxygen come out of this line. I think what I'm going to have to do is just move this whole thing down one. It's too cramped. That's a pain in the ass, but that's what I'm going to have to do. All right. In the long run, that'll be better anyway. Sometimes I try to make stuff as compact as I can, and it gets too compact. Let's do that. That buys us an extra row up top. Maybe I could get one more too. Let's try it. If I switch these to go down like this, and then I make this one go like this, and this one can go like that. Means I can get rid of this line. So I'm just trying to get all these gas lines in so that they don't overlap. And I want to have two extra spaces up here. In fact, I can run those lines in. So this will go like this. And this will be an oxygen output line. This one can go like this. It'll be an oxygen output line. And then we got one that goes this way. And then this one. Which means I can have 4 lines of oxygen running out of this storage without it interfering with anything else. Get rid of these. Go check on our base while we're waiting for that to get done. We'll take the nutrient bars. Sure, free food's always nice. Our crops are still being handled just fine. We're up to almost 100,000 calories in backlog now. Let's check on our hatches. So I have 7 in this room, 7 in this room, 7 in this room. Are those stone hatches? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we need to turn off all critters in here. Switch this over to stone hatch. We need to switch this over to stone hatch as well. Specifically, well, you know what? I can actually just copy this from here. So now all these hatchlings will get picked up, taken away, and I'll have space for stone hatchlings to go. And these are getting filled up with igneous rock. Perfect. All that stuff's getting carted away to our storage. Cool. Okay. So what we need to do now is do a gas bridge. First one won't need a bridge. No, I don't need bridges. Let me think how I want to do this. I need the gas valves again. So this goes like this. This goes like this. The excess comes out this way. Which means for this one we can just go up like this. This one we can go up like this. Then we'll have another one here. And then we'll go up like this. And then we'll have an input line like this. Perfect. I'm actually going to put it down one more so that I can differentiate that that's the input. Basically all we did is shifted down everything we did up there so that there was some space coming out. That way I can do things like this and this. Oh, hold on. I put this the wrong way. I needed to switch it the last time, but I don't this time. And gas bridge. So now I can go like this, and like this, and like this, and have an output line for any excess hydrogen. We'll just connect it there for now so I know it's hydrogen. And then this line will also be hydrogen, so we'll connect it there. And what I'm going to do is put gas bridges here. This is an input. This is an output, 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 output. And then this is an output. And those are there just so I know what is what. All right, so that's all finished. Let's put this on higher priority. Need another bottle emptier right here. Okay, this one can stay on lower priority for now, because I don't want to overflow yet. So this one I need to have water. You put it on high priority and auto bottle it. And I need to watch to see when somebody's coming up here, because I need to kind of micromanage this one. Okay, so let's go do it on slow-mo. I don't think that was quite enough. Okay, so let's put that back on water. Do the same thing again. Wait, hold on. Might be enough to reach across. Yep, so let's leave that off and see if it works. So what this is doing is I put a thin layer of water at the bottom of my storage tank that I'm building. And so these gas vents, since they're technically in water, are not in oxygen, which means that they can release oxygen infinitely and it'll overpressurize this room forever. So instead of only being able to store a small amount of oxygen, I can just pump oxygen in here forever. I'll have 1,000,000 units of oxygen stored. So then I can get rid of this. I'll make sure that I have this room swept out. So now we'll finish up the vacuum lock. Need to get some power in here. I'm just going to put down a couple of manual generators to do it. Actually, no, I don't need that much power. I'll draw off this line temporarily. So I just need one of these pumps to run. Then I also need one of these pumps to run. So what I need these pumps to run to prime the filters down at the bottom. Actually, I need one of each of these pumps to run, is what I need. These I need to send oxygen down to prime these pumps down, or these filters down here, so that they are only get oxygen in them for now. And once they're set, their powerless filters, they'll last forever. So we'll run some power up here, one at a time doing that. And then once this vacuum lock is created, I will run this pump to pump all the oxygen out of here to start. Because I want to get this carbon dioxide that's stuck in there out too. Because I do not want to, oh, and some fluid oxygen. I do not want to have any mixed gases in there. There's some mixed gas up here too. That's going to be an issue. I have to just let that settle before I do it. Let's put in an oxygen deodorizer up here for now. Get rid of all that. Once we get these set, and this has nothing but oxygen in it, and these filters are set, then it's no problem. But if I get the wrong gases in there, then I have to deconstruct it to reset everything, and that's a pain in the ass. It'd be a lot easier if I had exosuits up and running, but I don't yet. Let's just do one of them for now. I'm going to do this on slow so I can see what's coming through. Yep, see, the first thing that came through is carbon dioxide. Awesome. That is not what I want. Let me think how I can fix that. So for now, let me clip that off. So that gas pump will back up. We're just going to micromanage it with the pliers. Actually, just thought of something else. I want to have gas bridge there, and a gas bridge there. So I don't want to risk having anything back up into the pipes. So that means if gas comes in, if gas is sitting in this line, it won't come back. That should make it. That should do it. I think that that'll work just fine. Okay, so now we're going to disconnect this line, reconnect this line, and we're going to let it run. Okay, so now we got that carbon dioxide past where we want it to go. We can put this, letting just oxygen in here. These get set to 1. These are not set at 1. Should have checked that beforehand. Alright, cool. Here comes Demon to save my day. So now the way this works, it's kind of complicated to see, but oxygen gets fed in through here. This filter is, this valve is only letting 1 gram per second go through. So when it does that, every space in this pipe is occupied with oxygen. And so it will not let anything else through unless it's oxygen. I don't know why this is sitting in this line though. It should be trying to go through. Let's do... Oh, carbon dioxide did get through there. So what's going on with this? It's going up there. Oh, it's going back this way. Oh, that's the problem. Okay. So I do need to put... That's what I was worried about. I thought I had fixed it, but I did not. We need to put a gas bridge that way. So that we can have this gas flow go like this. That just prevents any backflow. Okay, so this has all oxygen in it. So let's run this again. And this time we will clip off this line. And we will reconnect this. So now this first piece of carbon dioxide should go out through the non-oxygen line if everything is set up correctly. I don't think it is, though. Seems like the oxygen's running through fine, but I don't know where that carbon dioxide went. Let's try doing like this. And unclip this section. All right, let's see what happens when this carbon dioxide gets into the pipe. All right, so it should go here, and this should not allow it to cross over because only oxygen can. And the same with this one. So then it should go into here, which should put it across to here. I think it's backing up there because this is not connected to anything. Oh, you know what? This is unnecessary. Let's clip this off again just to shut off the flow. That's good. That means that'll flow through that way. Just got to figure out what happened with that carbon dioxide. Because that's preventing this oxygen to go through now. There it goes. Okay. I think that should work now. So let's do the next line. So what we'll do is have this go into here. Um, this is set to 1, right? Ah, why is this not working the way it's supposed to work? Oh, there's a problem. All right, let's disconnect these. Oh, yeah, that's how I want it anyway. That was me being dumb. I can deconstruct this. Problem is that this one got polluted oxygen in it. So I'm going to have to deconstruct this line. These things are very tedious, but once you have them set up, they will last forever. So working out the way to do them now is important. I think I need to create a loop system. All right, back to the drawing board. I'm going to remove all of this again. This time what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one filter at a time. make it as tight as I can, and then I'll put the next one in next to it. I didn't mean to remove this line. So this is set at 1. Let's just do a vent right here. That way we have somewhere for the gases to go that are not the right type. Once that pipe gets built, this pipe will empty. Disconnect this. Need this to be going faster. Get some water over here so I can finish this up. And I can empty this room out. Are these going to be... Yeah, they'll still pump out. I hope so. I hope I don't have to shift this whole fucking thing down then later. Actually, you know what? If I do that right now, then I can put these gas vents farther apart if I need to. Let's check on our base again. Take the rust, sure. Sweet, we're up to 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. So now we're going to take this settings. These are all running stone hatching eggs. Oh, those hatches had nowhere to go, apparently. Oops, wrong thing. That hatch is still stuck there. Get rid of the deodorizer. Maybe he's stuck in it. So that hatch got picked up. How about these? We got a couple more in here we need to deal with. Alright, that's the last of the hatches. Time for you to evolve into meat. That's gruesome. We don't need to watch that. So gives us a little more space too, which is kind of nice. But so basically I moved that down because I was thinking, A, that'll keep these pumps out of the water. But B, now I can put